All right, so we're going to do an introduction to the clicker now. The clicker is a mechanical object. It's basically a piece of metal crimped onto a piece of plastic. There is no magic to the clicker. It's what the clicker comes to mean to the dog. And so the thing that makes the clicker valuable is that it bridges the gap between the behavior and the reward, which in this case is a small piece of a treat or a small piece of food. It also bridges the gap between our styles of communication. For people, it tends to be verbal, and for dogs, it tends to be body language. Another aspect of the clicker that makes it so valuable is that it allows you to mark a behavior immediately. Effective reinforcement takes place within a half a second of the occurrence of the behavior. So it's very immediate. When you hit your clicker, you want it to be essentially simultaneous to the behavior, and then you can follow up with a treat. So the best way to start doing that is to take advantage of something that is known as the orienting response. And that would be something like if somebody were coming up behind you, you would sense that somebody is there, you would turn around to see who it is. We're going to do the same thing with either your hand, the palm of your hand, or your finger, your index finger. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand and hold it off the side of my dog's nose. And when she goes to touch it with her nose, I'm going to click and follow up with a treat. So it looks just like that. So as you can see, I have a number of treats in the same hand as my clicker. And that allows me to have nothing in the target hand. So when she touches, I hit my clicker, then I reach over with that target hand and deliver a treat. I can do the same thing with a pointer finger, my index finger. Make sure that your index finger is parallel to the ground. It is best to do this with your target finger or your target hand off the side of the dog's head because their peripheral vision is actually very good. Your dog may not want to target immediately. Your dog may want to bite at your hand or paw at your hand, or just stare at your hand or stare at you or bark at you. Give your dog a couple of seconds. If your dog doesn't respond right away, take your hand away and then reapply that target. So we're teaching the dog that click means treat. We're teaching the dog that she can do something to make me click, to make me give her a treat, which puts a lot of control on the part of the dog. It's a wonderful way to build that trusting relationship where we're working together as a team. Once the dog is doing very well with this, we can add a word to it. So we're going to label the behavior. The label that I use for a hand target is touch, and so you're going to add the word as the dog is touching. Touch. Essentially at the same time as the click. Scientifically speaking, it should be immediately preceding the click. Touch. And for a finger target, we're going to call it here. Here. Good girl. Nice job. Here. Very good. Touch. Good job. And that's how we get started with our clicker.